whiskey is synonymous with Scotland, and I grew up, not really understanding it or even particularly liking the stuff that I tried. And then I was away. I was living in London and in Los Angeles quite a lot. And I remember going into a bar and sitting with one of my good friends, and it was sort of around Christmas time, and it was kind of the first time I really ordered a whiskey, and I think it was a Speyside, and we sat and we drank a Speyside, and it was cold outside, and it just took me back to Scotland. It made me, it had so many emotions wrapped up in this whiskey. I think because I was quite homesick and missing Scotland and missing home, and I realized at that point that that whiskey is different to other alcohols. It has a lot of memories. It has a lot of senses tied up in it, and it's an emotional experience when you have a whiskey. I'm not saying you're crying as you're drinking it. That would be quite sad, but certainly it takes me back home. And so yeah, the idea of our whiskey is it's called the Spirit of Home, and no matter where you are in the world, hopefully you can have a dram of that, and it'll transport you back to the Highlands and back to Scotland.
Was it that, so you've said you had that jam when you were having a drink with a friend and it kind of reminded you of home. Was that the moment where you kind of felt like you've got a love for the Scotch whisky industry and the community, or was it kind of further back than that or further on from that?
I mean, I've always been coming back to Scotland to shoot Outlander. I think I kind of fell in love with the country and my heritage. You kind of take it for granted a little bit when you're here, and then going away and living in London for 12 years and being abroad, I sort of came back and really fell in love, not only with the landscape, I was out hiking and climbing and sort of cycling around Scotland, but also, the people and the culture. And we have such great heritage here. We're a little country, but we're very proud of it. But we have amazing products from, not just whiskey, but, to like textiles, to tartan, to tweed, to food as well. We have those things that we can really celebrate, and I don't know if we do celebrate it enough. But we recently had a sort of soft launch of our whiskey in Los Angeles at the BAFTA Burns Night, where I had to toast a haggis, and we had the whiskey there as well. But the haggis had to be smuggled into America because haggis is illegal there. So I think it was McSween's haggis as well, which is tremendous. It's one of the best. So I would say that would be it. I would have to smuggle in some haggis.
So you were born in Dumfries in Galloway, which is famous for ice cream. So do you have a favourite ice cream?
Yes, I do. You want to know what it is? Mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip. It's absolutely the king of ice creams. I mean, I'm partial to a vanilla or chocolate, just keep it plain, but mint chocolate chip, I think it's got the best of everything. I don't know if you remember what were they called? Were they Feast bars?
Yeah, with a chocolate in the middle. It
had the thick chocolate chunk in the middle, mint chocolate chip around the outside, and then a crispy chocolate around the top. So you could eat it by layers, or you could eat the whole thing. Tremendous. That's definitely the best ice cream.